Check, check, check. Check, check, check. There we go. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to more LA Noire. Sorry I'm a bit late. I was doing laundry. I am 24 minutes late, actually. So, our last case we kind of just stumble upon. It was a fucking boxer case. And we let him go because he was a Marine. Or Cole let him go. And, what's his name didn't like that. Voice crack. The Naked City. Let me pull up my answers. Yeah, this one is a lot longer this time.
#187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the Army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Okay, we're investigating morphine. Where's this go? Okay.
What's with that getup of yours, anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
That's correct. Whatever kind of look you were going for, you missed.
No one likes my outfit, apparently.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
I swear driving takes up most of the game. Okay.
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Thanks. Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did.
Ah!
Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug?
Oh,
Can we get on with it?
It's Rusty!
Relax, Rusty.
They're partners now.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Bye, Rusty. Rusty is... I love Rusty. Here's the
Phelps?
body.
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
We
Come
didn't
on,
even
Mal.
look around.
Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
No foam.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
Yeah. What's this over here? Ooh, is those bite marks?
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
More bite marks on this side.
A very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Black
The eyes are
sapphire.
a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos? She's something else.
Wish I could have Rusty as my partner. I don't like Roy.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she's having something for you.
Looks like barbiturates.
Got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
It's okay.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Hairbrush. Anything else over here? I don't think so.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Wow.
Could have been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Yeah, let's talk to the
I'm
maid.
Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Victim's state of mind.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
See, that's a lie. Because of the sleeping pills.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julie
She
was
can't
obviously
sleep.
disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star.
Probably a man.
A princess.
A rich man.
Does modeling really pay that well?
Not that well. Victim's personal life.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
That's a lie, because we found the smoking jackets.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
I can prove that, actually. As the men's smoking jackets.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Relationship with victim.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Really?
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
So I unlocked a new outfit? Which one is it? Is it this one? Parkshaw outfit. This one is the one we unlocked. Take extra dose of damage and stay standing. Guess we'll wear it for a bit.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Kinda looks ridiculous, so.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
It looks stupid. It looks like he's relaxing at home. Do we miss something? Maybe we have to come back. says we should go to the dress store first. All we have to do is talk to the owner, and that's it.
His name is Phelps.
You're behind the wheel.
That case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Be nice to Rusty. I seriously do not fucking like Roy. He is starting to piss me off. Hope someone shoots him.
Oh, Susie, you are so
well, hello.
bad.
What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Victim's employment history.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather? These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Heather Swanson. Relationship with victim.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Informed of Mr. Henderson.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Okay, Dr. Stoneman's practice. Yeah, you're driving.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Fifth floor, 505.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Thank God there's an elevator.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from
nice
the
to the lady.
LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my site.
Dr. Stoneman?
Yep.
We are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Relationship with victim.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
See, that's a lie, because we have the this prescription, the benzene. How do you say that? The benzene? Benzarine? I'm sure Cole can pronounce it better than I can.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective?
I do.
Do you have access to my patient records?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine?
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Additional medications.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Okay, let's leave.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
You could have just gave that... You could have just left a message with the operator, but okay. Shut up!
You know the way. You can drive.
Don't want to get copyrighted
Do we know
again.
where we're going?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only
What are you
private
doing,
when it
Dre?
suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Where is he?
That broad has socks in it, Brazier. Two peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Who the fuck
You're the
is
only
this?
person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused
Damn.
by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Mal.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
You be nice. Fuck. Maybe this should be Roy. What is that? Harmonica?
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Shut the fuck up. No, Vice would be so much fucking better without him.
Poor guy must be going crazy.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Relationship with victim.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private? Heather won't have to know? Yes. We had relations.
Informed of Mr. Henderson. Why? Housekeeper's statement.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
He's not exactly lying, though. He said could have been. Just not telling the whole truth. It should be doubt, but it's a lie, because we got the housekeeper's statement.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get some from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Burglary suspect.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Is he an entertainer?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Parker? I don't know who he was. Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Is he lying about being in the Marines?
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines.
Yeah.
Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Shut up! These fucking intersections, man, damn.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Dumb fuck move.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
that guy doing? Is he special? Fucking douchebag?
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa. He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
What are you doing? This guy murdered his wife and dumped the body. But that's the cop.
What are you doing? I mean, I was...
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
You shut up.
Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
What? Going Canito! I was near a fucking window. Did that not work? Oh, you gotta...
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
I know!
I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
I want to read the newspaper! What's your problem? That was my fault. Shut up.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
I'm not that far.
What are you doing?
Look at the fucking window! Are you that stupid? You can't look out a fucking window! Jesus. I'm Cole Phelps. I can't look out window.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Well, if I get too close, he's gonna see me, Phelps. You fucking idiot, man.
Too much slack.
That's not too much slack. Oh, now you're able to. Okay. Makes fucking sense. I can clearly see him.
What are you doing?
Look at the spices! Look at the spices, Cole! Fucking idiot.
Move in. Can't risk losing
Evan,
the trail.
Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done
I'm literally
here.
not that fucking far away. You're acting like I'm gonna fucking lose him.
What are you doing?
I'm behind the tree! I'm behind the tree! Oh, damn it, no. No, 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 no!
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
This doesn't look suspicious at all. Shut up!
Move in. Can't risk losing
He's
the trail.
right there! Okay, turned. Get up on him. Yeah, there he is.
Too much slack.
Cole, shut the fuck up.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
What? He just froze. What? There we go. Where to now? Oh, let's make a phone call, I guess. I guess we're gonna have him picked up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help Detective.
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
Oh. Let's go to the 9th beat. Talk to the patrolman. You can drive.
You can drive.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
What the fuck?
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Find some cover! Yeah, we need another gun over here. Get behind something, Phelps!
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
So we have a new POI, person of interest. So I guess now we can return to Hollywood Police Station. I don't know why that, I think we might be missing a clue, but...
Can you drive to this one?
The music said we got everything.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
Maybe...
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, boy? Stefan?
What?
Finbar?
Fucking Rusty.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Fucking Rusty and Roy talking shit about Cole
Is the
Phelps.
cigarette case on there?
Oh shit, what case? Bell ring. This it? No? There it is, right there.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
What else am I looking for? Black sapphire ring.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days?
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox. Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I sweated him.
What am I doing now?
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Fucking Roy.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Okay, what? Who's this? Mrs. Everstrom. List of stolen items.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Okay. So technically that is a lie. What? It says it's worth $10,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
It's worth $10,000, not 25.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
Okay, burglary incident report.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh, damn it, what is this?
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Go! Why is the music so fucking loud? My God. I should probably turn that music all the way off. No, because I want clue music, actually. I need to be able to hear that. How fucking far away is this? Jesus. No! What are you doing? I know I ran a red light. But Jesus. Shut up. Da.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Sure is. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Stop! LAPD!
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put your hands in the air. Give it up, LAPD.
It's one of these.
Don't
damn
make me
it.
chase you.
Oh, fucking damn it. I hate these. Really? Are you fucking serious, Cole?
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
What?
That was Arnett.
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Mexico City.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
Ooh, what's this? Does this belong to you?
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Professional burglary ring.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
That's a lie, because we have the cigarette case.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Did you see her face? Just shocked. Okay, where's the cigarette case? Where is it? There it is.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
That's her motive for Randall murder.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a a new gang.
What? That is a lie, because we have the train ticket.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Yeah, it must be him then. He ordered it. But he is the actual killer. Train ticket.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Identity of Mr. Henderson.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
That is a lie, because we have the contraband list.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Your first burglary was at Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She
So
could
is
get
the
him to do
doctor.
whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Dr. Stoneman's practice. This is a long
You're behind the wheel.
fucking case.
I guess the
enjoying
wedding's
this
off.
one more than the
He only
others.
robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give
What
you
the
a quick
fuck?
once-over.
What?
That meathead gave you one hell of a
He's
pasting.
green.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself
Cola's
staggering
green.
back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
But it's closed. It's probably gone by now.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her?
Sure.
I ruined my life for her.
She didn't love you.
I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
No, she didn't.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
If he testifies, he might get out.
You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
You can literally get out.
What have I done?
Oh my god. What? He did what?
Didn't see that coming.
God.
I mean, yeah, you would have done some jail time, but he could have got out. What?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Yeah, you also had a wife? What?
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Don't kill our wildlife.
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
He did.
She was incredibly beautiful, Roy.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am.
Back
I
up.
like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Damn.
Thank God I didn't park there.
Yeah, back up.
That's the cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I'm suspecting I missed a clue at Julia's apartment. Maybe I should go. Nah, I don't want to go back there. If I have to do it again later at a different date, I probably will.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, the kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Oh, and he's pulling a gun. So after he gets into a fight with LAPD officers, he goes into an alley to play harmonica? That makes sense.
You're not the only one in the street.
What are these NPCs going on about?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is! Waste the son of a bitch!
He took a lot of fucking bullets.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Oh, come on.
Well, you had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
8 million stories. Achievement unlocked. Yeah, we were missing a clue. That's what I thought. Got all correct questions correct, though. The slightest trace of morphine at the crime scene would have put a smile on Carruthers' face. So we didn't find the morphine. Oh well. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream here. I will see you tomorrow. Actually, maybe. I don't know. Because I do have to wake up early Saturday. I don't know if there's gonna be a stream tomorrow. Depends what time I get off work, because I also do work Friday. And I have to wake up early Saturday. So, see either tomorrow or Monday. Maybe not Monday, maybe Tuesday, probably, because I usually don't stream on Mondays anymore. So, see you when I do, I guess. Goodbye.